time to send back where they started from. So are you saying when kids are born? So are you saying when WT kids are born, their tails? I'm saying that a lot of y'all that are being born with tails are YT and Dravidian. It's never been genetically or biologically. It's not an anatomical fact for our people to be born with tails. Every time y'all show me a picture of a so-called black, them be Dravidians. Them be them Indians in Bollywood. Yeah. That be them over there. That's not a neuromelanated child. All right. So they said, yeah, welcome in branches. You see what I'm saying? They said, you're so full of it. Oh, you're so full of it. I'm typing out paragraphs in the chat. You're so full of it. I'm 65 years old and I've never known why. I'm in my 20s and I went to school with 3 YT boys that had to have their tails cut, and 2 of their grandfathers had to have theirs cut. Again, stop making everything about you and think about it on a global scale. This is widely known. I don't even know why you denying that. Like, my 10-year-old cousin can tell you that shit. Really. She's 11 now. She can tell you that. I'm in my 20s and I went to school. 2 boys, they had the same name. They were best friends. One of the boys actually struggled with that SLOS syndrome that I'll be talking about. His whole family does. And they were born with tails. They had to have them cut. Yeah, it is widely known. I'm finna block you, because if you just gonna sit in here and disagree, you're stressing your own self out by sitting in a room or sitting in on the discussion that you don't agree with. That's how I know you lack consciousness. Why would you sit in something you don't agree with? Why would you do that? They said, were you scared of him in school when you found out that? No, I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. And also, speaking of dog graping, in the city that I'm in, or not the city, but the state that I'm in, there's a small city of 200 people. Right. And one of the boys told my other half, when my other half was in college like a few years ago. Right. And they were all at a party or something like that. Everybody was a little bit intoxicated. Right. And he told them out of his mouth that his family has had sex with cows. I don't understand why y'all have never heard of that. It's hundreds of videos, even just on this app. A YT woman got busted the other day because she was having sex with all 3 of her dogs. Then she asked the woman that was taking the dogs away if they were only going to take 1. And they said, no, we're taking all 3. And she was married. So she was cheating on her husband with their dog. You in my comments saying this, because BOK people don't do that shit. Unless we're chemically imbalanced, and even still them numbers is low as hell. And it's not the same thing. I know stories of somebody touching, but smashing? No, ma'am. Please. Y'all, please, all right? Somebody said poor cows and dogs, facts. Yep, it sure is. I can't say that word, Des, because I'll get flagged. Somebody said, what is... Yeah, let me type it for you, sis. Because what I'm talking about is SLOS syndrome. All right? SLOS syndrome. Or it's also called phenotype. And what it is it's a genetic mutation that only affects these people. It affects the way that the brain develops. It makes their skulls a lot more elongated, right? And then it also causes issues with the eyes. A lot of the eyes will be very close together. It's a genetic mutation. And it's a genetic mutation that is directly linked to UV radiation. It's caused by the sun. So these people undergo certain things under the sun that we don't. You see what I'm saying? SLOS. Yep, syndrome and phenotype. So yeah. And there's when I was younger, when I was a teenager, there was a story of a YT lady that was letting her cat lick her. Allowing her cat to lick her in her private area. A lot of YT women, they let their dogs do that to them too. A lot of YT women on these barns, I know it. I've seen videos, and this is also a part of documentaries as well, where these women will stick their whole arm into a horse's ass. What the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You see what I'm saying? Your YT men, you know, the ones that y'all are giving birth to, yeah, they sticking their arm in the cow's butt to try to touch the baby that's in there, and they're getting hard off of it. None of our people are doing this shit, man. We don't have the same behavior as you. We don't behave the same. Shit nasty as fuck. You still over there thinking, Teresa? You thinking of your next thing? I see you still in here. Man. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, Teresa got real quiet. Why are you so quiet? Let me see if you know what? I'm gonna change the prompt to, what's that one that I want to change the prompt to Dylan Roof, because we haven't did that one in a long time. Because we in here talking about behavior, and when it comes to mass unalivings, the number one person doing that is who? Who went from place to place mass unaliving? Who? Yep. You find that prompt. Let me find that as well. Hell, I can't even find it right now. I'm gonna find it. There it is. You're mass reporting and you can just leave because you're perturbed, dummy. The fuck? When we're mass reporting, come in this live and report her because she's telling the truth about our DNA and I don't like it. But I haven't got one flag. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for more people for this to get in the algorithm because y'all gotta see y'all's phenotype up close. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta start seeing this shit up close. That's the same hair as that monkey that's on the right. I think that's a bonobo. Or I don't know if it's a chimpanzee or a bonobo. But whatever it is, it's within your DNA. We've had that picture for like, Zell had that picture before he even met me. That shit's gotta be like 5-6 years old. You see what I'm saying? And then I made this prompt for this because y'all gotta start understanding that y'all didn't come directly from chimpanzees. Y'all don't come from apes, right? because that doesn't make sense if you also share DNA with other organisms. That doesn't make sense. You couldn't have come from an ape if you also have dog DNA. That can't be the case. You can't have cat and platypus DNA, bro, and then trying to say you come from apes. No. Absolutely not. It got banned. They took it down. So my main page it's in the bio. You see what I'm saying? But I'm live on here because I have live access on here. Yep. Yeah, because every time we would run this prompt, this shit would touch like 3-4K people at a time. If I do that 2-3 times a day, that's over 10,000 people. And TikTok is not going to allow, you know what I'm saying? They push division. They push divisive topics. Do black women have value in 2026? They push shit like that. Should broke men date? They push shit like that. You see what I'm saying? The divisiveness, that's what they push. They don't want to push this. Unless I was saying that evolution is true, then okay. But they even they told me I don't want to put it on this screen, but let me just read the thumbnail. When they took me down for misinformation that day, I did an appeal process. And when the new appeal process is where you have to do like you have to answer like 5 questions, right? And the questions that TikTok asked me was shit that directly came out of my mouth. That's how I know they listen. Because the questions they asked me were only specific to what I said when they took me down. So I know they don't, you know what I'm saying? I know they're not going to want to. Yep. Because one of the questions was like, it's cut off, but it says, creator urges people to avoid all doctors and hospital for, you see what I'm saying? Why would you ask me that? You're not asking nobody else that but me. You see what I'm saying? Why would you ask me? A creator tells residents to ignore mandatory evacuation order. Why would you say that? And this one claims eating one food. See, when I be telling y'all about the sun, how all we need is the sun, then they talking about a creator claims eating one food makes you immune to all of it. That's exactly what I talk about. So I know they listen. You know what I'm saying? I never advertise any supplements. You see what I'm saying? But I talked about herbs. And they put herbs and supplements in the same category when it comes to the FDA. You know what I'm saying? So they said falsely saying a serious disease isn't contagious, so people shouldn't worry. That never came out. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they know exactly who people are. That's why even on my last account, they kept trying to get me to verify my identity, even though I already did. So I knew they were going to take that account soon, because even when I did verify my identity, a week went by and they asked me to verify it again. And I think they was doing that because they hear me and Zell on the thing. So they're like, oh, who's talking? Yeah, I'm not finna keep verifying my identity. Yeah. So yeah, y'all. Even when it comes to like, there's an account, they let him go live about evolution all the time, and they've actually never taken him down once. That Belmont dude that y'all kept talking about, you see what I'm saying? They allow him up all day because he's promoting that shit. But let me see. I want to restart with this prompt so that way I can see what TikTok is going to allow on this page or not. I know when it comes to the other one, it seems like they push it, but we just got to get our following up on this account. I'm thinking about restarting with this prompt to see what'll happen. Oh no. Yeah, it is. But it's cool. They can take me down as many times they want to. I'ma always talk the truth. Even if they take the phones, I'ma still talk about the truth to every one of our people that we see. You see what I'm saying? And so I don't understand why they want you to verify your identity when they never flag known fault. Exactly. They let people on here that are basically naked. There's explicit videos that don't get flagged. I tried. Sometimes you can try to report some stuff and they'll say no violation found. Matter of fact, when I was live on this account that I just had, the Jay the Don account, they gave me all my account warnings while I was live. They give you 3 main strikes, and I already had one. They gave me the rest of the 2 while I was live and barely notified me, so they just took me down like that. They're not supposed to do that. They gave me an account warning strike while I was live, and they didn't even allow me to appeal it or nothing, and they took my page. So I was sending false ads for my job to view videos for payment. Yep. You see what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I know we restarting a lot, but I'm finna restart with this prompt. Give me 1 second.